Okay, well, welcome to our Monday evening community call. Gregory Muscari up here in Bozeman, Montana. Just so good to spend this time together with you. We've got a really special call here tonight with one of our top leaders, um, and John Ward is, he's the healthy networker, and for many good reasons. And I just want to say congratulations to John because he was number 5 in the spring sprint in North America with over 138 points. And he had his sights said, I'm going to get 50 points so I can get in the, in the test, in the beta test for the next product. And he just blew that away. So congratulations, John. You almost tripled it, right? you know, so you
Not
did
quite,
such a
but
fabulous
almost.
job. And John's a full-time networker for over 20 years. And he's really cracked the code on simple ways to use social media to build the business and develop relationships and communicate. And this is the relationship marketing. It's about building relationships. And John, you've done such a fabulous job. And that's why you did so well in the spring sprint, because you got all these loyal customers that love you. They love our products. They love you. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this first part of the call over to John, and he's going to talk about how to use social media and 7 steps to social media success. So thanks, John.
Well, thank you for those kind
You're
words,
muted. I
Gregory.
can't
And
hear you, John. Or
oh,
maybe it's, could somebody type in? I'm having trouble with my computer. So if someone, oh, you can hear. So I can't hear you,
okay.
but they can.
All right. Well, as long as they can hear me, we're good. So anyway, again, my name is John Ward for those that don't know me, and I am known as the Healthy Networker, and but that's not why we're here. And one of the reasons that we're here is that we love this industry. And I think that's vital to start off with, because you have to love this industry of network marketing, and you have to have belief in it. No different than you have to have belief in the country. Gregory and Robin talk about this all the time. They don't so much talk about the industry, but they talk about the company, belief in yourself, belief in the product. But really, you have to have belief in the industry and what it can do for you and do for others. And in that is helps you develop your marketing plan. And one of the things that I've been doing this for 22 years. Many of you on here are lifetime networkers. And sometimes as networkers, we're narrow-minded in our marketing because we just do what we've always done without really broadening it and expanding it so we can expand our business. We had this great talk by Reverend Richard Rogers on Friday about expansion or contraction. So I think it's vital in today's world that we focus on expansion, and that includes social media. And just, to me, Facebook is the key. There are many social media platforms. There's Instagram, there's LinkedIn, there is now Clubhouse, but Facebook and Messenger are really the king platforms, if you will. And you really, before you start, I want you to realize that, Facebook up until May 18th of 2012 was a social media platform where your friends and family and a little bit of business, but on May 18th they went public. At that time, I recognized really quick they were no longer a social media platform, but rather an advertising and business platform. They will never admit it, but that's what they are, because they have to answer now to their stockholders, and they have to get ads and people using it, the platform, that way. So that's the first thing that you really have to get in your mind, that this is a marketing avenue with a social media underlayment to build relationships, because that's what we do. We build relationships. And you can still do that with social media. So one of the things also that before you really lay this out for yourself, you have to know what you want with your business. Do you want to make $400 or $500 a month? Do you want to make $1,000 a month? Or do you want to do what Gregory and Robin did and go big, and what so many others are doing here? If you want to continue to honor the business platform of network marketing, you want to do this as a business, then you have to have a marketing and advertising budget, if you will. I personally like free. I don't spend much money. You know, that's why I use Facebook and Messenger. But you really have to know what your true desires are, or it's just going to be a hobby and you won't really create anything with it. So once you have those defined, now you can create a daily mode of operation specifically for Facebook and Messenger or social media, whichever platforms that you want to use. I'm not very good at the others. I believe that it can consume so much of your time. So I like to focus on Facebook and Messenger, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So again, this is a relationship building business. And Facebook allows us to use it as attraction marketing. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, you have to be yourself. You have to be real. So in your posts on your Facebook, because the two are different, Facebook and Messenger, and I'm going to define those in a little bit, are two separate platforms, even though they're owned by the same company. So Facebook, how I use it is I make posts. I make curiosity posts, maybe for my business, but I also make family posts. I make posts about my grandchildren, my kids, what I'm doing if I go to the beach, or a lifestyle. Sometimes I work on my car and I make a post about, I'll call it a lifestyle photo, because all I'm trying to do is create engagement. I want engagement. I want to engage with people to build a relationship. I want them to know who John Ward is. I want them to know I'm real. I want them to know I make mistakes. I want them to know my story. We rely on stories all the time. We do it every Monday and Wednesday or Thursday. We tell stories about testimonials about our product. But people, you can tell your own personal story of something in your life, or people want to be able to relate to you. And all of us have stories. All of us have skeletons in the closet. Whether we're willing to share them or not, it's up to you. One of the things that I do, I basically I use Facebook in the morning as my personal journal. So I pour my heart out and in my thoughts, and basically write something very personal daily, whether it's about life, whether it's about my kids, whether it's about a relationship, whether it's about something that I'm thinking of deeply. So I just use it as a public journal. And I have people that follow me differently than I have people who follow my journey with LifeWave or with, what I do as a business. I have other people who follow me because of my grandkids. I have people follow me because of network marketing and my experience, and they know that I lead from the front because I teach. I build value for people. And that's the key to building relationships. Can you add value to someone's life, whether you're talking to them personally, right in front of them, heart to heart, or you're talking to them in writing in an email, or you're talking to them through social media. You have to put things in your own words. It's okay if you make a mistake, don't spell something right. It's okay, because people just want to know you're real and they can relate to you. So the two things, so that's one way, is making posts. And the other thing about post is, when we're talking to people, we can't use emojis. If I'm talking to you face to face, I can go like this. I can't do it very well, make a heart, or I can go, I love you. But we don't do that. We converse. And I don't use emojis very often. Many people do. So when I use Facebook, you've heard the word algorithms. It's basically algorithms control how conversations go. They basically validate whether something is a true conversation. You have to respond to people with more than 4 words, preferably 2 sentences of 4 words or more. So if I make a post, I make sure that I am responding, and I don't respond to everybody, all of them at once. I might make a post and respond to the first 3 people initially. Then I can go back later in the day and respond to some more, because every time you respond, it pushes that post back up in people's timeline. They see it again. I make a post about once a quarter. And it's simple. I have over almost 3,000 friends, and I barely see 20 of you. If you see this, say hi. That results in usually 1,500 comments to 1,000 comments. Half of them are mine, but that gets you now a whole different timeline. That gets people seeing what you post again. Because if you don't work it, no different than working the telephone, no different than looking and calling someone and sharing your business with them, it's no different. It's just another way. I believe, for me, I have to incorporate this because it's today's world. It's technology, and we use it in groups and everything else. So you make those posts every single day, not an abundance of them. And I'm learning now, I actually need to make a post somewhere around 8 a.m. Centrals when I make my first post, because that gets me a group of people in the Eastern time zone, gets me in the Central time zone, and gets me in the Mountain time zone. It's a little testy for the Pacific time zone, but at least I hit 3 time zones and I get more engagement. It's all about engagement. It's all about creating relationships. And I answer everybody differently. Many times I'll answer with a question to keep the conversation going, because it's important for the computer, for the programming to recognize, yes, this is a true conversation. Really vital. So the other thing that you want to do is, we're all always looking for new leads, aren't we? When we first start out, we get our phones out, we get our lists out, we get our old team members out, and we start dialing people to, introduce them to our new business and, get them some information. And we're using the InTouch app, and that's all going to relate here in a minute. And we get them the information, and we engage them and bring them on, and we all just have this surge of business right when we start. The true successful network marketers have an advertising plan that continues for years. So they need new people to talk to. So you want to be adding new people to your friends list or contact list or connection list. Look, that doesn't mean they're going to be your buddy, but who would you want on to be making friends with? Me, I look for network marketers. 2, I look for people that are in health and nutrition. 3, I just look for people that meet some traits that I'm looking for. I add usually 5 to 20 people a week, brand new people, send them a friend request. Now, I do that by going through and looking to see what they post, what they're about, who they are, what companies they're with, and how long they've kind of been that. You can do that from a timeline. I send them a friend request. Does that mean all of them are going to accept it? No. Because the problem we run into with social media so often is, especially like with us with LifeWave, we friend everybody in LifeWave. So if they're already in LifeWave, are they a good prospect for you? No, they're not. They're already in it. And Facebook recognizes that's where all your conversations are. That's where your groups are. And you're not seeing all the other people. So you have to make a conscious effort. And it's a lead list. That's what we look for. The big marketers build lead lists. Gregory and Robin build a lead list. They're great at building a YouTube presence. That's all leads. It just creates leads because people see them and people want to work with them. That's what you want to create. You want people to want to work with you. People reach out to you. It happens to me. I've got a gal in Louisiana who reached out to me, had been following me. I have no idea. I didn't have any idea who she was. Now she's on my team. So that little presence was because she could relate to me. She knew, she believed that I was real, which I am, because what you see here is who I am. I lead from the front. Everything I'm talking to you about, I do, along with phone calls, along with, postcards. I do a lot of different marketing, but I have a marketing plan. So that's really important. So you have to add new friends. Now here's where it gets fun. And what all of you, look, probably most of you aren't going to do this, but you should do this one thing every single day. Birthdays. Every single day, Facebook gives a notification that today is Robin's birthday, or today is Gregory's birthday. And they want you, any tips for staying out of Facebook jail? Just don't get in. And birthdays are really special. Think about building a relationship. Do I just say happy birthday? No. I create something that creates emotion, that creates a feeling. And what I use a lot of times, most of the time, is for those of you that are friends with me, if your birthday's already been, you already know what it is. And it's a song. Oh, happy day, the day Robin was born. Oh, such a happy day. What's a birthday wish? Her parents were really happy the day that she was born. And birthdays are special. They're feelings. So if you just wish somebody a happy birthday, or you use an emoji, or you use a GIF, it doesn't mean, to me, it doesn't mean as much. I want something that has meaning. I want something that creates engagement. So I create this song, and I use music. And I had somebody today going that responded, said, I know my parents were singing this song the day I was born. That is really heartfelt, that comment. So then what I do is a second thing, because this Facebook is public. Now we're going to move to Messenger. Messenger is private. It's a private room. It's a private conversation between you and the person. So for their birthday, and I do this first thing in the morning, I get up like 4:30. My birthdays are done by 5:30 in the morning. So I go through, I post on their wall, and then I go to their messenger and I sing. I'll say, good morning, Robin. Today's your day. Happy, 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 happy birthday. Enjoy your day. Celebrate big. Heck, celebrate all month. Happy birthday, kiddo. Or if it's a guy, I'll say happy birthday, brother. Or if I know him a little better, I'll say a little something else. Takes me 10 seconds to do that. You cannot believe the responses of just heartfelt thank yous, because that makes their day. That someone took the time and wished them a happy birthday. I do it with a microphone only from my cell phone. There's a little microphone on Messenger. You hit the microphone, and that's what I use. Okay, you can't do it on your laptop, unfortunately. You can only do it on your cell phone. So I use that microphone. They hear my voice, and they get a personalized birthday message. Some days there's 15 birthdays. Every single person gets the same thing. And that is building a relationship. Now, here's where the business part comes in with that. 2 days after, I go to those same people, like if I send them today, on Wednesday, I have a little written out thing, say, hey, I was just thinking of you. I know it was your birthday, but would you be open to taking a look at a historical breakthrough in stem cell technology? I make that a lead. I make all my posts a lead. That's what they are, a lead. Does it take work? Yes. Does it take time? Yes. Does it absorb my whole day? No. But I've created a system, and I just, it's no different than me calling you and spending the time on the phone. And it's just a different way. It's technology. So anyway, that's really what I do. There's a couple questions here, Gregory. Let me see what they are. Q&A. Do you have a separate Facebook page for LifeWave Business? I do not. I do not at all. I'm a believer that I want to use my wall to build a relationship. A Facebook page it doesn't create engagement, and I want engagement. And that's more important to me, is building relationships. And again, we're in the relationship business. Look, I'm going to be 69 years old. I just incorporate, I'm old school to a lot of ways, but I incorporate technology because everything's going that way. But we still got to build relationships. It's just how you use your words and how you use social media. So Daily, do you post? Hold on a minute. Can we friend you so you can observe your post? You can follow me. The problem I have with getting so many LifeWave, it takes extra work because all the people are seeing is when I make a post is LifeWave people are the only ones seeing it. And I use Facebook as a marketing tool. So just hit follow and then you can check out all my posts. So Gregory.
John, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How did you ever figure out all the information about the Facebook algorithms? I think it's brilliant. It's so important to know, 5+ words, 2+ sentences, you got to get into conversation. I mean, this is invaluable. This is $1 million stuff. Thank you.
It's, it's just from just building relationships with people who really have understood it way more than I did at the beginning. And now I understand it, but it's forever changing. So you just have to keep your ears open. It's no different than when we're talking to a new prospect. We ask who, what, why, when, where, how. We ask questions. So I'll do the same thing with somebody that's a marketer that I know that uses Facebook. I'll just say, hey, can you give me a hand? What's going on with Facebook? So I do the same thing.
And tomorrow I'm going to put a post and I'm going to say, I got to look and see how many friends I have. I have X many friends. If you see this, please say hi.
That's it. Yeah, you can't
just to connect.
It's just connection, but you have to respond to all of them to make that work.
Yeah.
Once you really get in creating your daily mode of operation, big key. If you don't have a daily mode of operation, it'll suck you in. The next thing you know, you look up, you've been on Facebook for 3 hours. Well, that's not what you want to do. Right. And somebody posted on here, how do you stay out of Facebook jail? I never do anything with politics. I very seldom do anything that is, controversial because I use it as marketing, and all people are my clients, future clients. So I just, I keep those out. I just keep it real. I just keep it real for who I am. And it makes it really just relatable. That's it. And that's building relationships.
I see a question here from Nancy. Says, what do you do once the person says they're interested? What's your next step?
In touch.
In touch.
In touch. Look, the messenger and in touch go hand in hand. They really do, because what I said, Facebook is your public viewing, so other people can organically start. I have a lot of people follow me that I don't even know are following me, just to learn from me what I do. And then all of a sudden, boom, they message me and say, send me some information on your stem cells. So, but it's private. So is In Touch. In Touch is more private. So In Touch is like picking up your phone and calling them. And you just use your own words. Like with In Touch, I change all the wording because the people that wrote the In Touch, they're really not marketers. It's a great system, but then I put it in my own words.
Nice. So, very nice.
Yeah. So, and I make people jump through hoops. If I send, could I send you like a couple videos? And I just,
somebody asked, I think it was Nancy also asked, do you send a patch? And I think what I hear you saying is before you send a patch, you send a video.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I get them to engage in the conversation and want the video, and then I offer the sample. And look, I made that mistake years ago. years ago. We all made those mistakes.
We've all made that mistake.
Yeah. You
Put the
offer
cart
up
before the horse.
you offered up the whole platter before you even opened up the menu.
Yeah. If they're not serious enough to watch a 3-minute video, why waste a sample?
Exactly. I would never do that.
Well, John, this is just a string of pearls. I've learned a lot. I took a whole bunch of notes here, and I'm going to approach Facebook a little differently tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
well,
maybe even
look,
tonight.
start with birthdays.
Yeah.
It's the simplest, because now you're touching emotion. So that's where I would start.
Yeah, that's just building bridges and keeping connections.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you for having me on, and I
Oh.
hope all of you got value. You can follow me. If you want to send me a message on Messenger, I'll give you whatever tips I can give you.
Thank you so much, John.
You're
The
welcome.
Healthy Network, or what a healthy training.
Expand your business. Don't let it contract, because it will contract if you don't keep marketing.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Well, awesome. I'm just going to wrap things up with a few other announcements that we have here. So hold on. Let me see if I can find our newsletter sheet here one more time. Gosh, there it is. Share. I'm just going to wrap things up with a few other announcements. Sorry about that. Let me try. We'll try it again here. There we go. Okay. There we got. Hey, thanks, John. So I wanted to point out that last Wednesday, David Schmidt shared the background and information about Energy Enhancer, and that launched the whole LifeWave mission, vision, and movement. And if you didn't hear that, you need to go back and listen. You can click there. So last Friday, we had John's friend, mentor, David Schmidt shared Richard Rogers on, and he talked about energy getting beyond smallness. A whole fabulous talk last Friday morning. And then last Saturday, we had a killer training. We had Connie Lucas, Friday, we had John Jacobson sharing some simple and powerful secrets to successful sharing. Richard Rogers on. Hear that? Even if you did, you need to go back and hear it again and take some copious notes, because it was so many gems. It was another string of pearls. We had a killer morning. Now this Saturday, we're going through the 4 steps of the proven plan of action Saturday. So last Saturday, you need to go back and hear it again and take some copious notes, because it was so many gems. We like to say the fortune and the friendship is in the follow-ups. This Saturday, we're going to drill down into some of the. Now this Saturday, we're going through the 4 steps of the plan of action Saturday. And last Saturday, honorable mention of Vibrant Living. Our weekly contests are over. We like to say the love and the friendship is in the hosting Vibrant Living for customers and prospects. And we'll be acknowledging you on our Monday evening calls, thanking you, and we're just keeping the good news going. So keep posting your stories in Vibrant Living. It's a wonderful way. The new sales sheet, benefits for healthcare practitioners. There was a typo. Typo's fixed, so you can re-download it. So this is our weekly call schedule. You can see what's happening. Tomorrow evening, we've got Dr. Jeffrey Hubbard, back by popular demand. He does such a fabulous job. And then Wednesday, we have Dr. Nicholas with our product training. And then we go to Thursday morning, our business chat. And Friday, you can see what's happening. 30 minutes of wisdom this Friday. It'll be again next Friday. It's the second and fourth Wednesday. So this Friday will be the first Wednesday. Wednesday with April. Oh my gosh. With our product training. April already. Morning, our business chat. And I apologize. I'm having some 30 minutes of wisdom sound system on my computer. So I apologize if it's not coming through clear. But again, I want to thank John, our Healthy Networker, for being there with us and for us today, and wishing you all the best that life and LifeWave has to offer. So we're going to actually stop our call, bring it to a close, and computer. Have a blessed evening, and I'll see you on one of the upcoming calls. Again, I want to thank John, our Healthy Networker, for being there with us and for us today, and wishing you all the best that life and LifeWave has to offer. So we're going to